Okay. Today we're on lesson 8 of module 4. And we're going to look at the practice set. A problem set, thank you. If I had what's one way I could solve that problem?
You could draw your chart where you have, I think, 5 on top and 4 on the side.
Okay, so you could draw the chart. But if I just wanted to do it like numerically, how would I do it? With numbers.
You look at the multiplication chart and
That's up in your head, right?
and you
The one that you guys got licensed for in 3rd grade?
and you can count 5 4 times, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so you're saying if I took the number 5, I could add it 4 times? Okay, what else could I do? Chance?
You could do 4 5 times.
Okay, I could do the number 4 5 times. One, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 5. Whoops, see? That is a 5. And then you could just do 4 times 5 is 20. But in any case, it all equals 20. If I had something that looked like this that we've been working on, hold on. What's it doing? Okay. 5 8 times 3. What's something I can do? How could I show that numerically?
5 8 3 times.
Okay. I could write 5 8 plus 5 8 plus 5 8. That works too. That would give you the same answer. Yes, sir?
You could do, you could do like a tape diagram.
Okay, you could do a tape diagram. That's right. What else could you do?
Maybe you could do 8 times 3 and then do 5.
8 times 3, then 3 times 5. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, since you're working with 8, so just keep the denominator 8, and you'll take 3 times 5.
Okay. Today we're going to kind of ignore the top part of this, and I want to just start on number 3. Because the top part is exactly like what I'm about to show you. Except I'm going to show you a quicker, faster way to do this. If I had 1/2 times 8, I'm on 3a. This is kind of the way they want you to do this. You take 8 times the numerator and then keep the denominator the same. So your problem will look like this. 1 times 8 over, what's it going to be on top of, everybody? 2, because that's my denominator. So what would my answer be? 1 times 8 is 8 over 2. And can we keep it that way? No. What would it be?
3.
How many times is 2 going to 8? No. 4 times. So your answer for 1/2 times 8 would be 4, because you're talking about 1/2 of half of 8 is 4. Does that make sense? I mean, it seems strange that when you multiply, you're used to getting a larger number, but in this case, you get smaller because you're taking a fraction of it, part of it. So that's the way your A should look on your problem set. Number 3A. You can cross out 1 and 2. I don't want to mess with those today. Go ahead. Right now, I want you to solve 8. Oh, well, 8 times 1/2 is the same thing, right? We have 8 times 1/2 would be 8 times 1 over 2, which would equal this thing knows when I'm standing at a different angle. It's weird. It's like you're in the wrong place. Okay, so that would be the same. So put that next to it. So you should have now 2 answers on your paper. Got it? I want you to solve this one on your own. This is a pretty easy lesson today. 3/5 times 10. Okay, you guys, when I was walking out, it looks like you're getting it. So it should look like this. 3 times 10 over 5. Well, now we're going to add one more step to it. Now that you're kind of getting it. You can continue to do it this way, or if you want to make life a little easier on yourself. Some of you guys, though, when you try to make life easier on yourselves, it turns out to be harder, and then you start getting all your answers wrong. So look at the numerators and the denominator and see if anything goes into both of them. Does anything go into both 3 and 5 besides 1? No. Does anything go into both 10 and 5 besides 1? No. Try again. Because you have to ask yourself what goes into 5 and 10. 5. How many times does 5 go into 5? 1. So that would become a 1. How many times does 5 go into 10? 2 times. 3 times 2 is 6 over 1. And we know that any number over 1 is that number, right? You just get rid of the 1. So if you want to try to just reduce it before you multiply it out, you can do that. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. Yes?
I figured out that you could do, like, 3, take your numerator by your whole number, and that's 30, and then do, it'd be 30, and then divide 30 by 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could multiply and then divide. Yes, that works too. Let's look at a larger number. I'll show you why the cross-cancel thing is very helpful. Look at D, number 4D. It says 9/8 times 32. Now, I want you to try to answer that this time without multiplying 9 times 32. I want you to try to reduce it first and see if that helps you. So I'm going to come around and look. Reduce it first and then multiply. Okay, for the most part, if you guys know how to multiply and divide, you're going to be able to do this quickly. If you can't remember you can do the GCF thing, the little upside down cake. 32 and 8. What goes into both those? 8. You could also say 4. You could say 2. Let's, for fun, just say 4. How many times does 4 go into 32? 8 times. How many times does 4 go into 8? 2 times. Can these still be reduced? By what? 2. How many times does 2 go into 8? 1. So what's our 32 going to become? Our 32 would become a 4 And our 8 would become a 1. You see how that works? You could just start with your 2s and your 4s or whatever, and you can just keep going down. You go right down from 32, and you see, okay, that's going to become a 4, and that's going to become a 1. That method I learned years ago has come in handy on several things. Now, someone was saying they weren't quite sure if I actually multiplied this out before I reduced it, if it would equal the same thing. So we're going to test it out. 32 times 9. Multiply your desk real fast, see what you guys get. 32 times 9. 9 times 32, everybody. What is it? We have 288. So the answer would be 288. This thing is not writing today. Over 8. See how that works? So that means we can reduce it by dividing 288 by 8. So 288, if my pen will work for me today. 288 divided by 8. What's 28 divided by 8? 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Am I getting 28? Tell you what, I think I've had too many. Okay. And then what do you have to do? Bring down the 8. How many times does 8 go into 48? Did we get the same answer? Yes. The only difference is this time we got to do a lot more work. So it's a lot better if you can remember to reduce while you have small numbers than once you get large numbers. Because then you might even make mistakes like I just did, and I wrote down 28 instead of 24. It happens. Okay, we're going to look at the word problems real fast, and then I'm going to let you guys get started on your homework. Okay, number 5A, it says 1/2 times 60. Well, what they're saying to the right of it is 1/2 of a minute equals how many seconds? And to figure that out, you're going to do 1/2 of a minute times how many seconds are in 1 minute? 60. So you're going to do 1/2. And what would that equal? Okay, so what's 1/2 times 60? How would I do it? Huh? Oh. 1/2 times 60. How would I do it?
6 times 2.
No, 1/2 times 60 would be 1 times, you need to make sure you write this on your paper, guys, 60 over 2. Did I reduce it? Can I reduce it? Remember, if you don't know, you can do this. What goes into both 60 and 2? 2. How many times is 2 going to 60? 30. How many times is 2 going to 2? Once. So what number is going to replace 60? 30. What number is going to replace the 2? 1. 1 times 30 is 30 over 1, and we don't care about the 1 anymore because so 1/2 minute is the same as 30 seconds. Does that make sense? 1/2 an hour would be 30 minutes. Okay, so your assignment, cross out on your homework, number 1. I want you to do all of number 2. That will be easy. but you will get it wrong if you don't set it up this way. Like the problem A, look at A, it says 3/4 times 16, and then the second part is the same thing. What is it? Oh, they want you to do it with cross canceling, I see. So the first one you're not going to cancel. First one you're going to, they changed it up on me. So this one you're going to multiply it out, because they want you to see, like what we showed earlier, that you're going to get the same answer if you cross cancel. And then hopefully by the time you're done doing the second column, you're going to see the benefit of cross canceling. So you're going to set up like that. The first one you'll do 3 times 16 and what it equals over 4. And then on the second part, you'll do the same exact thing, but you're going to cancel. Okay? So the first column, you're going to have to multiply it out. And then the second column, you can cancel. Not the problems, but the numbers that go into each other. And you are going to cross out number 1. And you're going to have the rest of class to work on this on your own. You should be able to pretty much get it done. All of homework. All of homework except 1. So it's worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's worth 18 points.